let's try that again. What's up, besties? Seems like the music actually worked out perfectly this week because it ended exactly when I needed it to. And it's time to stream. So I hope everybody's having a lovely Tuesday wherever you are. It's Thursday. Damn. I hope everybody's having a lovely Thursday. So today we're going to be most likely finishing the build of the Rebel U-Wing. And this is, I mean, we got pretty far on it last time around. Like, now we just have to finish the top and I guess the engines on the back. But one of the coolest things about this U-Wing is I love the way that they did these pieces for the actual wing itself. And you can kind of see on here the way they click in the back, and then they also click in the front. They've got the little ball joints here that click into these pieces. So it's a really cool set. I definitely enjoy the look of this set a lot. I do wish it was a little bit bigger, but in comparing it to the old U-Wing from, I want to say it was 2016 that came out with Rogue One, I do think this one is a better design aesthetically. So we've got that there. Let's show off our little minifigures as well. We've got the Star, Cassian Andor. We've got fascist girl boss Dedra Meero. And we have this ISB guy. I don't actually know what they call him on the box, but... Or you know what? Just ISB person. We can't tell their gender by looking at them, so... Maybe they're non-binary. Happy Pride Month. So we're getting into bag 5 tonight, and I'm very excited to jump into this because this is really going to complete the ship. I don't know how long it's going to take me to finish it, but next stream I'm actually going to be doing an alternate build of this U-Wing and turning it into the Stinger Mantis from the Star Wars Jedi series. So if I finish it, maybe we'll just take it apart together because we'll be starting that build next week, and that I'm really excited about as well. Not that I don't like this build, but you know, the U-Wing's nice, but do I want to display it necessarily? Well, yes. The answer is always yes, but do I have the room to display it? No. So, we'll set that there for now. And let's get these bags open. I put a super fun question in the chat, if you haven't answered it already, or the poll, asking, do you think Carrie Beck and Dave Filoni are the right fit for Lucasfilm co-presidents after Kathleen Kennedy steps down? I feel like that's a hot topic right now, and I'm very interested to see what everybody else's thoughts are on it. I have my thoughts, and I'll probably go over them later. Something else, we released a new episode of This is the Wayseekers today, speaking of Andor, and we ranked every Andor arc of Season 1 and 2, so every arc of the Andor series, and we ranked them from good to great. Spoiler alert, there wasn't any bad. So you should definitely check that out if you haven't already. Follow and subscribe to my podcast channel as well at Wayseekers Pod on social media. I think there's a link in the description. Everybody always gets mad that I never open like the Legos on camera, so I'm opening the Legos on camera. All the crinkle and everything. Now see, the first few bags didn't have a ton of pieces in them, but this bag specifically, and even bag 6, feels like they have more pieces. This is what we're working with in bag 6. So, and K-2SO is in here, so there's a highlight for us. I know, I think it was somebody on Instagram messaged me and was like, spoiler alert, or actually it was the YouTube community post. They're like, spoiler alert, they put K-2SO in the last bag. But it's okay, it's like a little treat at the end. We've got a ton of little pieces here. I feel like I will have to pay a lot of attention. Because y'all know that sometimes I just look at the pictures and don't actually read the instructions, and then I miss steps. We don't want to miss any steps. And if you haven't already, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to my channel. I'm actually working on a new video right now. Well, I say I'm actively working on it. I am slowly but surely video editing right now, and it is a video with an unboxing. I posted a little clip of it on social media. It may have said Sith Survivor. So that'll give you an idea of what we're unboxing, and it's a really fun video. Can't wait to put it out, but I've got to edit it first. I was hoping to get it out tomorrow, but that's not going to happen this week. I'm just going to be completely honest. Oh, thanks, Crystal. You can actually tell that this is a Padme shirt. I was a little worried that people would not be able to. But yes, it's the... I don't remember exactly the brand, but it's from Culture Kings. It's a Padme shirt. I was like, oh, let me wear one of those because I haven't worn one, like, since I got any shirts from them. And then I was like, you can't even tell. All right. Do I own the... What'd you see? The Rogue One X-Wing? The Rogue One U-Wing set. I don't, unfortunately. As much as I love Rogue One, it's honestly probably my favorite Star Wars movie. And I saw it when it came out in theaters, but I wasn't building Lego back then. So I do not own it, unfortunately. Hi, Andrew. Hi, Brennan. Page turners, they were not. Make sure y'all subscribe to Brennan, too. I was a guest on his podcast not too long ago. It feels like forever ago at this point because of everything that's happened within the past, like, month or two. Past 3 months, honestly, since April. It's been a blur since April. That's how it feels. I don't know if y'all feel the same way, but it feels like that to me. Also, I am so glad to see y'all are here. Thank you all for coming. Make sure you like the stream if you haven't already. Make sure you also vote in the poll. My super hot topic, maybe divisive poll? Am I the drama? Okay. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Make sure you subscribe to Crystal's channel as well. She's another great creator. Creators supporting creators. That's what we love to see here. Okay, and I'm already seeing pieces that I don't have on my set yet. Oh, no, I'm supposed to put them on. Okay. Maybe I need my glasses on for this. I hope everybody's week is going well so far. My week has been... Honestly, my week's been pretty good. It's been busier. But it's been a good week at work. I hope everybody else is having a good work week or a good chill week at home. Of course, Crystal. Don't worry, I'm going to be the first one showing up for your Lego One Piece streams that I decided that you're going to do. As soon as I saw that One Piece set announcement, I was like, uh-oh, Crystal Kyber Lego stream, here we go. Okay, I'm being good. I'm grabbing my pieces before I start putting them on. I'm actually going to be building a lot of Lego this week. Father's Day is this weekend, and I bought my stepdad a very big Lego set. I feel like it's his first, like, I don't know what to call them, like the 18 plus Lego sets. Like, obviously, I don't need to, like, this set is, I think, ages 8 and up, but basically my stepdad and I, when I was growing up, he was one that really got me into Lego, and we would always play with Legos together, build Legos together. It was great, especially Star Wars Legos. And so in recent years, I'm like, you know what? This stuff brings me joy. It's something that we used to do together. So I want to try to get him back into Lego because not only is it fun, but honestly, putting together Lego is just like mentally stimulating. So I got him a very expensive set that it's one of the art pieces. It's the Galaxy. It's like orange, blue, pink, and it's just like a Galaxy Lego that's supposed to be like a picture, like an art piece. So I'm hoping that he likes it. Because like I said, this will be the first like 18 plus Lego set that he's ever had. And y'all know it takes some time to put them together. But my sisters decided that, like, we did candles for Mother's Day. We went and made candles, and they were like, well, for Father's Day, we should do something similar, like an activity that we can all do together. So we are all building one of the botanical Lego sets. And I picked for myself the bamboo. So I'll be building the little bamboo set. So it's going to be a lot of Lego this week. Only one Lego stream, but I will be building 2 sets. Which sets are going crazy, John? Are you talking about the... This is the thing I hate about the delay. I forget what I said, and then you'll ask me about it in the chat. And mentally, I'm moved on from that topic. Are you talking about the... I want to say... Oh, the one-piece sets. Thank you. Wow, really? They're already sold out on pre-orders? Well, we'll just see about that. You know what? Something else I want to do more this year is send my friends gifts. So, Crystal, I might ask for your address in the near future. We'll see. John says the Galaxy set has a feature where you can build it with a group. Up to 5 people can build it one time. Everybody just uses the app instructions. Had I have known that, I might have suggested that we just built it as a family because there's literally 5 of us. But, oh well. We're going to be building plants instead. Now I'll share my location, Crystal. Long day for you, Eric. Well, thank you for popping in. How's your comic going? I know you were talking about that last week that you've been working on a comic. What is everybody else doing this weekend? One thing I know is there's the No King's Day protests going on across the country, which if you're able to go, I highly suggest it. I'm going to attempt to go. Unfortunately, we are doing our Father's Day stuff on Saturday, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to make it, but I know my best friend is going, so my other friends are going, and I highly suggest that everybody go if they can. I didn't set this up well. I need to like move the pieces around so I can keep the ship in front of me. Whoa. I had no idea that there was a curfew in LA. And 8 p.m. till Sunday. That is insane, but I'm not surprised. Well, I'm glad you're staying safe, though, Crystal. And let's see. Eric said, I'm still writing future comic issues. Day was long mostly because of a funeral. Oh, I'm sorry for your loss, Eric. Hopefully, us kind of hanging out together will be a nice way to decompress. Oh, something else. Not me being like, oh, speaking of funerals. Last weekend, I saw the movie Bring Her Back, which is from the creators of, or like the, I think they write and directed Talk to Me that came out maybe 2-3 years ago. The Russo brothers, I think, is what their name is. I could be wrong. But I saw that last weekend, and I'm very torn about it because the movie set off so many red flags the entire time I was watching it, which made me kind of super anxious the majority of the time, like just red flag after red flag after red flag, which what I kind of described it as is normally with horrors and thrillers, they have peaks and valleys, whereas I feel like this movie had this like constant sense of dread and anxiety kind of consistently, which was not a bad thing. But by the end of the movie, not only was I mentally drained, but it's also got a lot of emotion in it too. And I mean that in the sense of, it's so hard to describe without like going into specifics. There's a lot of emotional parts in it that are not like, oh, I'm watching somebody die, that's sad, but there's like emotional trauma that the characters have that they carry with them. They have grief that they carry with them, and they have a good tight-knit relationship, and seeing how everything plays out, it was just emotionally and mentally draining. So if you go into it kind of with a clean slate and knowing that it might be a lot mentally and or emotionally, I think you will like it. It's got great gore. The gore is great. It's very unsettling. And the more I've kind of watched the movie, read about it, watched other people's reviews of it, I've definitely came more around to enjoying it. I might have to see it a second time, but not in the theater again. Probably once it's released on physical media for streaming. I will say, speaking of it being like emotionally draining, I almost cried at the end. Like, tears were coming to my eyes, and it wasn't like oh my god, this is so sad because people got killed. It was like I feel bad for the characters. So that's my review. Take that as you will. Yeah, speaking of the Gorman Massacre, we talked about that on This is the Wayseekers in this week's episode, where we ranked every arc of Andor, and I'm sure you can guess where the Gorman Massacre arc landed on our ranking, but you should definitely check out the episode. It's not a super long one either. I think it's about a 30-minute episode, and it was fun just kind of going back and going through Andor Season 1 and Season 2. I know Austin had brought up the fact, he was like, we spent like 10 minutes on Season 1 and then we spent like double that on Season 2, and I was like, I mean, that makes sense because Season 1 is just 1 year. We get to watch the events play out over the year, whereas Season 2 is 4 years, and they pack so much into those episodes. Oh my gosh, Eric. Yeah, I was just saying, I think before you got on here, I have a unboxing video. I don't want to call it an unboxing. It's a review. I take something out of a box and I review it. So I feel like I need to call that a review, not an unboxing. Because I basically cut all the unboxing parts out because they're not pretty and aesthetically pleasing. I just rip open a box and take the shit out and then I put it on my desk, so. It's a review. I have a review video for a Legacy lightsaber that I just got, that I've recorded on Sunday, and I need to edit it. And getting guests is hard, Eric. Especially for someone like you, where every episode you have a guest on, because you are the podcast. It's hard to get guests and not feel like you're repeating people too. We all have our favorite, guests that we've had on our podcasts. But as creators, we also can't consistently just have the same people on. But that's also how you get somebody as a new host, because you're like, we do this all the time together. We should just do the podcast together all the time. Okay. We're going to put this to the side. And now we're going to move into these wing things. And I'm going to spit my gum out. So, if y'all see me doing that, don't question it. How are we looking in our poll? We've got 75% yes, 25% no. If you haven't answered the poll question yet, please do. I'm interested to see, and I guess I was going to say hear everybody's thoughts. See everybody's thoughts. Hear everybody's thoughts. This is a safe space. So if you're not into it, I want to hear about it. Because I don't know how I feel about it. You said you've only repeated 2, Eric. I mean, it's totally fine to repeat. But I understand the want of having new people. And on top of that, there's always creators that we want to collaborate with just because we admire their content, we think they're cool people, or all of the above. And sometimes it just doesn't always work out with scheduling wise. Like, I can't record nothing until after at least 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that doesn't always work for everybody. But I'm a night owl, which I'm sure y'all already know. Hence, you know, the 10 p.m. start time of the stream. Okay. So we have that. Now I need another gray piece. Is anybody getting into anything exciting over the weekend? I know something I'm excited for is I have some friends who I've been friends with since high school. So at this point, it's almost been like 15 years, which is crazy, but we've been friends since then, and we hang out. They were the people I went to the movie with. They have a orchestral group, a string ensemble, and they are hosting a pride event called Strings and Stilettos, which I think is so clever. And so they're doing a drag show at the beginning, taking a short break, and then they're doing a string show where they're going to be playing like queer anthems. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really excited. I love that they're getting to do something within the community. That's something I wish I could do. I'm even like, should I go to my local pride event? And part of me is like, yes, I should go because of like visibility. Like, but then I'm also like, what? Like, I don't know. I think it comes down to feeling like I want to do more because I hate to say this, but I'm like, I have a platform online, and I'm like, well, that platform online does not translate over into IRL. So I don't need to be the visible Star Wars nerd at Pride. Like, I don't know if anybody's going to be searching that out, but I would love to maybe do something in the future of like I don't know, honestly, like a queer nerd event. I don't even know what that would look like, but I'd love to do something like that. I would kill for a margarita, Crystal. I haven't had a margarita in 2 weeks, a week and a half. I haven't had one since the 28th of May, because that was when I went out for my birthday with my coworkers and got way too drunk. So I was like, oh, we need to take a break for like a week or two. John, you said you're doing more research for your Lego channel, dance practice, moving planters around. That sounds like a good weekend. What are you doing on your Lego channel specifically? Or what are you researching for the channel, I should say? Andrew said their girlfriend and them have been on a streak of watching some good queer films this week. And you sent a lovely list in Discord, and I have yet to check anything out. I don't know. I feel like there's so much I want to do, And like, there's so many movies I want to watch, so many things that I want to do, and it's just making time for shit is hard. You know what I mean? Like, if I feel like I complain about this all the time, and it's not really even a complaint, but I'm just like, if I did not have to work a full-time job and have a YouTube channel, if I could just do one or the other, I feel like I'd have so much more time to actually do other things, because I feel like my free time is spent on Star Wars, which I don't complain about because I love Star Wars, but like, I would also like to watch other shows and like queer films, like more queer films that I haven't seen before, but have to spend my free time wisely. Is that right? I guess that's right. Lego history, fun facts, theme reviews. Okay. Well, shoot, I need to check that out. It's so funny because I didn't really pay attention to, like, obviously, I've talked about this before. I was late to the like online Star Wars fandom, but I'm even later to like the online Lego fandom. And we kind of talked about this last stream, mentioning the like paying attention to like the Lego leaks, and like I'm really excited for the, I don't remember what model of ship it is, but it's like the T-shaped one from the Clone Wars, and it's a set. It's coming out in like August, and it has a Ventress, like a new Ventress minifigure and a new Obi-Wan. I'm gonna get it for the Ventress minifigure, but like I pay attention to that shit now. I didn't even know like how gigantic the Lego community was online, but there's like a whole Lego online fandom too. So now I guess V19, thank you. Also, hi Robin. I'm glad to see you here. How's your week been? Oh my gosh, a 4.5 hour? That's an intense movie. I hope it was good at least. Okay, am I supposed to make 2 of these? Shit, yeah, I was supposed to make 2 of those too. Okay. It's called Castration Movie. What a lovely title. Is that the subject matter as well? I was not in the streets flipping bricks. No. Oh my god, yeah, the $1,000 Death Star UCS set, which sounds really cool, but I'm like, do I like the Death Star that much? No. But for fans, like for other fans who are like big Imperial fans, I'm really excited for them. And I like that Lego is just like doing something so big. Like, it just really makes it seem like the Lego possibilities are endless of what they could do, and they're like continuing to push the envelope. And I know there's lots of complaints as well of other sets getting smaller and prices getting higher, coming with less minifigures, different things like that. So it's cool to see them pushing the envelope with larger sets, but we definitely don't want to see, like my thing with this U-Wing, it's smaller than the original, and I do wish the cargo bay was bigger and had the doors that, you know, slid open correctly like the older model. But I do think this model is more aesthetically pleasing. So it's like a double-edged sword when it comes to Lego. You've been putting Robin to work, Crystal. What, in the... Oh god, what's that game y'all play? Oh, I'm such an old person. I don't remember. Dress to Impress? Is that what it is? Do I have a new tattoo? I have this Clone Trooper tattoo that's new. I'm sorry, it's upside down. But it's about 5 weeks old at this point. And then I have one on my upper arm, which I can't really show, but I posted them on social media. This is not new. Diamond's not new. This diamond's not new. So hopefully that answers your question about the tattoo. Pay off some college debt or buy a Lego ball. Lego ball. Come on. Like, college debt. Should have got rid of it like they promised, but that's a whole other discussion. Or student loan forgiveness. That was something that was promised that never fully happened, but you know. Oh, you're just making Robin watch videos. Oh, Roblox. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I'm old. I don't know. I don't do Roblox. I couldn't even tell you what it is. Oh, and thank you, Crystal and Robin. I'm really happy with how it healed. I'm still kind of nervous about the one I got on the back of my calf because I don't know. It was the third one that I got, and I got it a week later than the clone trooper and then the one on my shoulder. I just feel like I was less meticulous about aftercare. So I'm sure it's fine, but my anxiety brain is like, oh no, like you were willy-nilly with the aftercare. You weren't super strict and blah, blah, blah. But it looks fine. Okay. All right, here we go. What'd you get into an argument about today, Robin? Call that bitch out. Like I said earlier, this is a safe space. A safe space to talk shit. Oh, and speaking of, is anybody else doing any Pride stuff this month? My local area Pride is not this weekend, but it's next weekend. And I haven't decided what I'm going to do and what I'm going to attend. I know they have Vanessa Vanjie, Miss Vanjie from Drag Race, which if you watch Drag Race, you definitely know who she is. She's performing Friday night. And then Saturday, they have Dev, who, like, I was explaining to one of my friends earlier. I'm like, yeah, you know the song like a G6? Like, that's Dev. She's performing Saturday. I think I saw Akira C. Davenport was performing at like the official Pride brunch on Sunday. And then Big Frida is performing at Pride at the Beach on Sunday as well. And I'm very surprised because we didn't used to have Drag Race girls doing Pride here. So I don't know if they got a bigger budget or what. But there's a lot of Drag Race girls, like 2 in one weekend for my area. I don't live like in a super small area, but like I said, they didn't used to have bigger, more popular names like this in the past. So someone on TikTok made an edit of Cody and said, bro says like 2 full sentences. And someone said he talks more than any clone except Rex and Fives in the Bad Batch. Okay. I am not the person to discuss this with because I also don't understand why people have such an attachment to Cody. I don't get it. In the sense of he's never like stood out to me. I mean, yeah, he's like Obi-Wan's clone commander of the, what is it, the 222nd? And I don't know. I don't think he's a bad character, but I'm like, I don't think he has much development, and I don't really know how he is as a character. And I don't feel like we even get a ton of him in the Clone Wars series. But he did get some development in the Bad Batch, which was nice. I don't get the hype either. But, like, to each their own. Everybody... I don't even know if I have a favorite clone. I don't think this is, like, a great answer, but if I had to pick a favorite clone, it'd probably be Echo. But that's also from getting to, like, know him from the Bad Batch, because I had no emotional connection to Echo prior to the Bad Batch series. Yeah, exactly. I want to like Cody too. There's not enough of him for me to latch on to. And I don't like the color yellow, personally, for me. So immediately I'm like, oh, not the yellow armor. Hey, Brian, you have a dog named Cody? So you could get away with it without people knowing it's a Star Wars reference. Yeah, that's how I started with my Star Wars tattoos. I got this fulcrum symbol one for Ahsoka. I have the meditation symbol from Jedi Fallen Order and Survivor on my left thigh. And then it was like, now give me a clone. And then my arm, it's like, give me Vader. So we started subtle and then said, fuck it. Oh, and I've also been working on some lo-fi recently. And that's something I talked about in the last stream. I want to get some more lo-fi out this year. And I think I will be able to have 2. My goal is to put out at least 2 new tracks this year. Specifically, the one that's playing right now in the background, which is my Ahsoka lo-fi. This is just a demo version of it, which is why it's just the same drums the entire way throughout. But I've already decided I want to change the beginning of it. So we'll see what happens. It's definitely going to come out at some point. I just have to finalize it. Remember... Not Robin saying, remember when normies didn't know who Ahsoka was? Yes, I do remember that. I'd be like, Ahsoka's my favorite character. They're like, who the fuck is Ahsoka? Who's Ashoka? Eric says Boba Fett is his favorite clone. I mean, he has some character development. So, I understand that one. Super Spoon said, I think that is it. People like Obi-Wan and it spills over onto Cody. Yeah, because essentially, well, not essentially, Cody is Obi-Wan's, or Cody is the Rex to Obi-Wan's Anakin? I think I said that right. Basically, Rex is to Anakin as Cody is to Obi-Wan. So that's what I think. I know when the Kenobi series, was coming, or like right after the Kenobi series came out, and we were getting all the behind the scenes interviews, the original ideas for that story, and it was originally going to involve Cody, and people were like, oh my god, why didn't they do that? We could have had Cody. And I'm just like, y'all really like Cody, don't you? It's not a bad thing. I'm just like, I didn't realize how many people really liked Cody. Good for Cody. Oh my god. Yeah. Mando Season 1 era and all the sequels, I was waiting for a Clone Wars reference too. Robin, I agree. And the fact that we didn't get any prequel nods in general until... I can't remember if there were any in The Last Jedi or The Rise of Skywalker. There definitely wasn't in The Force Awakens. And in the live action TV, I don't think we got any prequel references until Mando Season 2. We still haven't seen a Gungan. I want to see a motherfucking Gungan on the screen. Stop being scared of Gungans. Bring me the Gungans. Okay. I am missing a piece. I don't know where it is. And it's stressing me out. And I'm like, is it in the bag? I don't know, am I actually missing a piece? That's the real question. Okay, well, I think this might be wrong anyway. Yep, this is wrong. So let's fix this already. Yeah, you're right, Super Spoon. A Gungan skull was in Andor Season 2. It's a little macabre, but I guess it counts. But I want to see an actual Gungan person on screen. I would like to see a Gungan character. Because here's the thing. If they're still scared about Jar Jar Binks' backlash, why not make a Gungan that's, like, quote-unquote better? Like, make a cool, like, Gungan bounty hunter. And that'll, like, be a way for people to warm up who are like, oh, the Gungans are so fucking stupid, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Okay, now I feel like I'm missing a lot of pieces, and that is not the case. So I'm supposed to have a gray piece that goes on the back of this, but I don't see any, which means did I fuck it up on one of these? Watto's Hunk Grandpa in Acolyte Season 2. Watto's Hunk Grandpa? Oh, in Acolyte Season 2. I'm like, what? Acolyte Season 2 doesn't exist. I was very confused at first. And then I got a sad dose of reality, so thanks for that, Robin. Okay, why do I feel like I'm doing the wrong thing? That's because I'm looking at the wrong instructions. I went back too far. And I thought I would fly through this second build, and here I am taking forever. Okay, so I'm not missing any pieces. I was looking at the wrong pieces. There's a Gungan in your or there's Gungans multiple in your episode 9 rewrite script, but no one reads it. I mean, I thought... No, it's your iceberg video that popped off, not your rewrite. I mean, I feel like the problem with that is people not reading it is people are just past the Rise of Skywalker. So much has happened since then. So they're not necessarily itching for Rise of Skywalker content or rewrites. They're just waiting to see whatever comes next. And I mean, if anything, maybe you'll get a little bit of a boost because they are doing the Rise of Skywalker comic run right now. But you know what? Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that because I'm curious of what everybody thinks. So in the latest issue of the Rise of Skywalker, I think it's the final issue. Basically, you know, it goes over the final battle at the end on Exegol, and we see all the Jedi behind Rey as she's fighting Palpatine. So we see all the main prequel Jedi there, and you can see that Ahsoka is there in the background. And so we're once again brought back to the question, is Ahsoka dead by the time of the Rise of Skywalker? And something else that I thought was funny is she kind of looks like she's wearing her outfit from Mando Season 2 and like pre-Ahsoka the White, which is curious because I'm like, well, that probably is just like because of the art they had available of Ahsoka in live action. They wanted to translate that when they were doing this comic. But so that I don't necessarily care. I do hate that she's in her samurai lightsaber pose because I need that woman to do a fucking reverse grip. But do we think Ahsoka is dead by the time of Rise of Skywalker? Dave Filoni says no. But, you know, Dave Filoni's had Ahsoka die like 3 times at this point. So I don't expect that she is ever going to die. If he has his way. And I love Ahsoka, but she's got to die at some point. She can't live forever. She's not Ki-Adi-Mundi. That's an Acolyte reference. She's not Yoda. Not Crystal saying, oh my god, I heard reverse grip and knew we were complaining about Ahsoka. Yeah, do you think she's dead by the time of the Rise? I keep saying, I guess it is the Rise of Skywalker. I said the Rise of the Skywalker. Crystal, do you think that she is dead by the time of Rise of Skywalker? If she's not dead, what are the stakes? Honestly, Eric said, I'm literally the only person who's read it through. I've shared it with nerdy friends and family. Excuse me, I hope y'all didn't just hear me burp. I don't think that's true. Where'd you post it at, Eric? Is it on AO3? D word in season 2. Honestly, if she is to go, I don't even think it's going to be like someone actually Christock. I think she's going to like become a part of the Mortis gods or something. Like, she's not actually going to die. She's just going to like take over some place in the Force. That's what I foresee Dave Filoni doing for her future. Yeah, I agree with what Crystal said. Like the stream right now or else. Please like the stream if you haven't already. I would very much appreciate it. And if it's your first time here, consider subscribing for all my cool Star Wars content. I'm excited to start getting back into videos. Like I said, I've got the video I'm editing right now, but I have a couple other videos I want to do, but like, it doesn't make sense to put them out right now. And that's the struggle of being a creator. Timing. Christock is Crystal's Star Wars name. It sounds like Christophsis. Brian said she'd be like 60-ish during Revenge of the Sith. I assume you mean she'd be 60 during the Rise of Skywalker. Why are these pieces not going on here? That was weird. Yeah, she's not going to be that old. And according to Wikipedia, Force-sensitive Torgudas can live till they're like 200. So, yeah, Maul. Do you think Maul survived getting stabbed by old Obi-Wan? Funny enough, I actually was thinking about that recently for reasons. And I think it's poetic that like Maul makes his appearance chronologically for the first time on Tatooine in episode 1, and that's where he meets his end, what we assume is his end, on Tatooine under the twin suns from Obi-Wan. And it's also funny because, you know, there was that promo shot of Maul and Obi-Wan fighting on Tatooine from The Phantom Menace, but then the scenes were cut. Either they were cut or they weren't filmed. And that's the thing. Okay, so yeah, Brian said she'd be like 60 during Rise of Skywalker. So yeah, I don't think Ahsoka's going to stay in Peridia forever. I think she's going to be back for the Mandoverse Climax movie, personally. I just can't see them not bringing her back. Let me rephrase that. I can't see Dave not bringing her back. And if anything, I think that's where she could die. Some kind of sacrifice. Fuck, I made this wrong. It is super poetic. It's like poetry, like George says. They rhyme. You said Ezra got nerfed? Where do you think he got nerfed? In like the live action Ahsoka series? Or elsewhere? Dave or Ahsoka dies first. If he has it his way, he probably will. Actually, no, because it doesn't seem like he'll ever let anybody else write anything for her, so. Okay, that's interesting, Robin, that you think Ezra got nerfed in the Ahsoka series. And the reason I say that is because he's not actively fighting on Peridia. He mainly, I assume, from what we've seen, just protects the Noti people from maybe the bandits. But like other than that, I don't really think he's been fighting really. So one, I would think he's a little out of shape. It's also 10 years later. And I don't know. I didn't think he got nerfed, and a part of that is the fact that he, at one point, before he makes his new lightsaber, he's fighting with the Force. So if anything, he may be a little rusty when it comes to wielding a lightsaber, but I don't think his connection to the Force itself is nerfed. That's just my opinion, though. I do think we were robbed of Darkseid Ezra. I was very pro. I wanted Ezra to train with Maul and actually go Darkseid for a bit. But I guess we will probably get a story like that in Maul Shadow Lord. So there's still time for Maul to finally have a Padawan of his own. Not Ezra became a drinking buddy in a bathrobe. What is an Austin critique? Saying Ezra got nerfed? I don't know where that bitch is. I don't know where Austin is. I saw him last night because we recorded. But I don't know where he is. He's probably making fucking shorts. Well, and that's the thing, Robin, wondering what happened between Rebel Season 4 and the Ahsoka series. I am hopeful that either Timothy Zahn will get to write a trilogy of books focusing on Thrawn and Ezra, or I'm hopeful we'll eventually get some media that will explain. That's all I'm going to say, because I'm making a video about it. I started making a video about that forever ago, and I finalized, well, I have like a first draft of a script, but I need to go back and revisit it and finalize it and actually make it. Trust me, Crystal, I'm definitely pitching a story, for sure. It's a video I'm excited about, because it's something that I think would be really cool and kind of needed, to be honest, in my opinion. But yes, I'm definitely making a video about it. And when I say I'm making a video about it, like, it's like a video essay, like 13-page script, like, and like I said, I've already got a whole like draft of it done. I just need to revisit the draft, finalize it, record it, and then edit the clips, because you know I gotta have my clips. And honestly, I love editing the video clips. What I hate editing is audio. But yeah. I feel like I'm in my YouTuber era where I'm maybe pulling back a little bit on the amount of content that comes out, but I think that's only because I'm putting forth more effort into the content that I'm putting out. At least that's what I'm trying to do. So I appreciate all of you that have stuck with me since the Obi-Wan Kenobi series review days. That was a time. I don't like to rewatch those videos. But if you need a laugh, they're there. Quality over quantity. Exactly, Brian. Exactly. Oh, that's a good point, Robin. The more you think about it, Ezra before Ahsoka Season 1 is like, what was Obi-Wan up to on Tatooine? I would need to revisit Rebels to see exactly how that kind of plays out, because they do interact, Obi-Wan and Ezra. And Obi-Wan does confirm to Maul that he is watching over someone, the Chosen One. Okay, did I fuck something up? That must just be an extra piece. Robin said FKA Twigs is giving them ethyl cane. Please confirm. No. Not at all. Not even close. Both great artists. Look at that. Look at our engines. Ain't that a nice backside? Robin is not hateful, it's just being honest. Oh no. Hold on. Is there supposed to be... Oh no, there's supposed to be an extra... There's supposed to be an extra one of these on every engine. Okay. I'm Allie. I was like, okay, who are my straight friends that I actually consider allies that I can send this to? So I sent that video to Crystal and Joey. And you know what, Brian? I should send it to you too. I feel like I'm retrofitting these engines here. Not Joey, is so Allie. Okay, one more. Oh my god, y'all, it's basically taken me 40 minutes to get through this bag. Let's see where we're at with our poll. 7 votes. We've got 71% yes, 29% no. Interesting. I like it. Okay. We've got our engines on correctly now. We got a couple extra pieces, which I'm going to move to the extra piece bin. Crystal, you say you voted yes, but why do I feel like I don't believe that you actually think they would be good options? Robin says, I saw an edit on TikTok that implied Din cried and took off his helmet, not because of Grogu, but because he wanted, because he and Luke were lovers and he wanted him to see. A little Din Luke ship. Crystal says LMAO but doesn't deny it. Not Biden and Kamala. If Biden and Kamala were co-leads or co-heads of co-presidents of Lucasfilm, we'd be getting the most mediocre vanilla bullshit. I can tell you that much. Okay. So, we're about halfway through the stream. If you haven't already, please make sure to like the video. That way YouTube pushes it and tells people that I make cool content that they should check out. And make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Is there a gay lobby that paid her to come? What the fuck is this? Oh, no, it's just telling me where all the other ones go. Okay, cool. Cool, we're good. Everybody's good? Everybody got their drinks, got their snacks? What is so sad? Oh, and K-2SO gets a blaster. It reminds me of that moment in Rogue One where he's like... What does he say? He says something to the effect of, like, why does she get a blaster and I don't? Aw, I love K-2SO. R.I.P. King. And there's our K-2SO. It's interesting that he's completely black, since I'm like 99% sure he's silver. But yeah, cool. Here's a comparison of him next to Cassian for if you want to compare sizes. It is Pride Month after all. Okay. Let's get into it. So now we're making 4 more engines. Crystal, now you're just stirring the pot. Now you're just stirring the pot. Wayseekers didn't go to Lucasfilm for the same reason Crystal Kyber didn't go to Lucasfilm. But I'm very happy for everyone that did get the experience to go and got to talk with Alan Tudyk and Tony Gilroy, do the roundtable. I'm excited to watch everybody's content on that. It was for podcasters. I don't know that I would consider Star Wars Explained podcasters. I know they have a podcast. Crystal said we're too good of friends. You know my tone too well. You're trying to be undercover girl. I know, and it's Pride Month. That's not very Ally of them. So, okay. There's one engine. I am excited to watch everybody's content on it, though. And I am happy that it seems that good people that genuinely like Star Wars got to go have that opportunity. Honestly, though, doesn't Skywalker Ranch have a vineyard? I would just be happy going to the vineyard, personally. And drink some Skywalker wine. And I'd be fine. You know who I would love to have wine with at Skywalker Ranch? Denise Goff. And the reason I say Denise Goff is because she is hilarious. She has chaotic energy just like I do. And I feel like we'd have a really great time. Honestly, her and both Kyle Solar, all their interviews, like behind the scenes for Andor, so unhinged, so hilarious. I'll never forget when they did that quiz talking about what is the code name for the Death Star, and Denise Goff is just like, Starlight, Starbright, Stardust. It's just so fucking funny. And they kept making jokes about, oh, we got to do this for the content because Nicole or whoever behind the camera said. And I'm like, ooh, they were like, girl, shut up. We're just going to do our thing. We've been doing the interview circuit all day long. We're tired. We want to go home. So fucking funny. Yeah, I'm happy for the people that went. And you know what? 2 of those people have had me as a guest on their shows. So, like, I already knew they were good people. And I'm glad that, you know, good people in the fandom got to go. And I'm glad it's 2 people that I have worked with in the past who have invited me onto their platform. Now, if I got an email with an invite, would I go? Would I drop everything? Hell yes. That's okay. Celebration 2027. I'll be in the area. They have cows at Skywalker Ranch. I guess it is called Skywalker Ranch for ranch dressing. Oh my god, I do not tip over cows. I don't eat meat. You eat meat. So if anybody's being mean to the animals, it ain't me. Oh, you don't eat meat at all anymore? When did you stop eating meat completely? Since Thanksgiving? Oh. Well, congrats. I love that for you. Welcome to the cult. Okay, these engines do look really good. Like, look at that. I love to see it. Let's see how it looks with the wings really quick. Oh, and it works perfect because of the way they're spread out. Look how great that looks. This set's a great set. Brian, are you saying that goats are, you prefer them because they're more fun to tip over? Are you a goat tipper? Are you a cow tipper? Okay, there's this one random gray block that we put in here. Okay. Oh my gosh, y'all. I elected to work 9 to 5 tomorrow. And let me just add some context. So I work 11 to 8, 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And I love it because, as I mentioned earlier, I am a night owl. I do not want to be up early. No, thank you. I'd much rather be up until 4 a.m. than going to bed at 9 p.m. So that's a little bit about me. But because I'm going to my friend's show tomorrow and the doors open at 7, I was like, oh, you know, I'll put in PTO and I'll just get off early. Put in PTO. My supervisor's like, oh, sorry, the calendar's full. So I can't approve your PTO. I was like, fucking great. So then I was like, okay, can I come in early and do like a 10 to 7? And she said, yeah. And I was like, okay, but what if I did a 9 to 6? And so I have committed to working 9 to 6 tomorrow. But it's Friday and I just have to focus on emails. So it should be an easy, breezy, beautiful day. Working 9 to 5 couldn't be me. Not on a daily basis. Brian said there's a power plant next to the highway exit by his house. A few months ago, they got goats at the power plant to clear all the vegetation. Seeing them on your way home is the highlight of your day. That is so cute. And talk about like an amazing way to like deal with the vegetation around there. Like getting goats to literally just eat it away. Like, that's so much better for the environment than other things that they could have done. So I love that. Can you tip Austin at Celebration? I would like... No, I don't want to be tipped. I don't want to be tipped over. I would like a tip. I would gladly accept tips, but I don't want to be tipped over. I also will probably be tip C. You know. Speaking of, I saw like an ad today for whatever, what is it, Oga's Cantina at Galaxy's Edge. And I was like, these fucking bitches are just teasing at this point. Does anybody know when the actual tickets go on sale for Celebration? I've obviously never been. But talking about like hotels and stuff, like, yeah, I would want to book it soon, but don't they do like partnerships and stuff with hotels? Don't cons normally do that? I don't know because I've never been, but I thought that's what they did. Yeah, I would be perfectly fine going to Galaxy's Edge, and that's it. Though I do really love theme parks, and like Disneyland is the OG, so... Okay, so this conspicuous gray piece we put here, we have this fancy one that we built to go on the other side, and I don't know why yet, but there it is. Crystal, you're going to make a little infographic for the hotels in the area? Okay. I didn't know I was getting a tour guide. Not even a tour guide. Oh God, what did people used to go to when they booked vacations? I can't remember what it's called. But like, this is going to be such a ridiculous reference. But like in My Big Fat Greek Wedding, a travel agent. There we go. Travel agent. Crystal's gonna be the travel agent. And a food one too? Yeah. I'll need it. And thank God you used to not eat meat, because you'll know. Not the Windex. Oh my gosh, speaking of old movies, did y'all see like the official confirmation for Spaceballs 2? Are we Spaceball fans? I did see Spaceballs growing up as a kid. I think I've only watched it once or twice, to be honest, but I think because I was such a hardcore Star Wars fan, I couldn't appreciate it for the parody of it all, because I was such a hardcore Star Wars fan. But I feel like now as an adult, I might be able to appreciate Spaceballs a little bit more, because I understand the poking fun at the thing I love and that being okay. Plus adult humor. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to do a Discord Spaceballs party. Now we pitch in for a rental van for Crystal to take us all around LA. Crystal, you thought you were going to have a fun weekend with your friends. We're putting you to work. Oh, it's literally for the fucking windshield to clip into. And of course I put it in crooked. Alright, so there is our cockpit glass, whatever you want to call it. Looks great. You know, it's funny, Crystal, that you say it's your love language. My love language is quality time. So I just want to spend time with my friends. So supposedly if I push this, it that does not lift it up as amazing as it looked. Is that supposed to like yeah, this isn't as exciting as this little piece makes it out to be. But whatever. Whatever, it's fine. See, in this photo, it's saying it should like flip up really quickly. It doesn't do that. It doesn't flip up like that. It just kind of goes not flush with the Lego. See, look. That's it. Imagine that. We all hang out and our love language is quality time. Let's lay Cassian down in his bed. I know this is a big complaint that he literally can't sit up. So he has to lay down. See, if you put him sitting up, he would die in space like that. So he has to lay down. And I know that's a big gripe with this set. Because, like, he ain't flying the ship like that. But it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Thanks, Crystal. I built it myself. That made me think of that Julia Fox clip that was going around forever ago from like one of the award shows or something, where they asked her about her makeup and she's like, I did it myself. Yeah. I don't know what I'm building now. I assume it's maybe the doors. There's a lot of gray, so it's most likely what it's going to be. Yeah, it's giving door. You know, I was supposed to put out a video about Pride Month, or just like queer shit for Pride Month this month. And I had a really great idea, but I don't think I'm going to be able to execute it. And the reason why I say that, it's not a time thing. It's not I can't think of anything to do. It's because I want to do it right. And I don't have the knowledge that I need to do the video the way I would want to do it. And what I mean by that is there's so much research I would have to do, but I don't want to spoil stories and stuff for myself without actually like reading the story. So I don't think we're getting a Pride Month video, unfortunately. But as I've said in years past, like as a queer person, every video on my channel is a queer video. Even if it's not the direct subject matter. So I'm okay with that. Yeah, so this is definitely a door. And see, yeah, I don't love that the doors don't slide open, because in the movie, you know, it goes like this and it slides. But for whatever reason, they did not integrate that into this set. So they just shut like that. And it looks good, but when you can't fit but like one person in the cargo port and the doors aren't anything like they are in the movie, I understand the complaints. This ship does look great. You're right, Crystal. It's such a pretty design. Okay, let's build the other door. Exactly, Brian. The doors slide on the old one. And so I don't know why they decided to change that for this one. I assume it's just because of the space itself that they had for the build. But like I said, I do prefer the new sleeker design. I think it looks better overall, even though it's not my favorite. Oh yeah, and it fits the Biston minifigure with his door gun. Oh wow, I didn't know that. I knew he was included, but I didn't know that it actually fit like with the door gun. That's so cool. I think the minifigures were better with the original. Because you got Jin, you got Cassian. You got more of the Rogue One crew. Hey, Sublight. Welcome. Hope you're enjoying your workday. Yeah, it is a lot sleeker and like I said, I do love the design of the new one compared to the old one, but you know, it would be nice if we didn't lose some of the functionality. But that's like, am I going to sit here and play with this set when I'm done with it? No. Even if I wasn't going to be doing an alt build of it next week, like, I still wouldn't do anything with it. It'd go on a shelf immediately after we finish. I lied. I'd take a picture of it in my hand, you know, take a cute photo to post on social media, and then it would just go on a shelf. All right, so this door is done. We've got some more pieces though, so we've got a little bit more of a build still. You're at the airport waiting for your ride home. You stay traveling. Now, is this business or pleasure? I have not eaten anything yet. Crystal, that's the problem. I can't make him sit up. He has to lay down in order for the glass to shut. So, like, I'll pull it up again so you can see. So if he sits up, you can't shut it. So he has to lay down, unfortunately. He's just tired. They're flying through hyperspace. He needs a little nap. You know, long flight. But as I mentioned, after this, I'm taking the whole set apart and building something completely new. Oh, I'm going to leave the glass closed. Okay. We've got this little piece. Cassian's snooze door. Yep. So this goes here. That looks lovely. This was business all over the country, but we're off to Melbourne in a little bit. Is that for business or pleasure? God, I wish I traveled. I'm probably not going to be traveling nowhere until Celebration 2027, to be honest. Okay. And these go in here. Would you look at that? So this button, you can shoot, you can actually fire them, but I'm not going to fire them because I'm going to lose the pieces. So here's our U-Wing. And yeah, this is a really pretty set. Honestly, I feel like it is made more to be pretty looking. Either that or just like Lego builds in general just look so good. And then we'll do the wings out again as well. Bam! Look how good that looks. Sleepy Cassian. Cassian snooze door. It just looks so good. Correct me if I'm wrong though, but isn't this ship a little too clean? Like, I don't remember it being pristine white. And honestly, I don't remember it being white, blue, and yellow in general. So not yes, spread 'em. It is complete, but I do have to take it apart soon. I find it interesting that they have this little part here because, like, is it accurate? Yes, but it leads to nothing. Like, you can't put anybody in there. Which then I'm like, so we needed to make this accurate, but we couldn't make the doors accurate. Like, they have to flip down, even though they... Oh my gosh, I can't even, like... They had to make them flip down. Looks nice and compact in there. Yeah, Lego never makes ships dirty. And if you've watched my recent videos, I like weathering and wear on my stuff. So all this crisp, clean stuff, it's not for me. Where do you put K2? You don't. I guess he goes in here somehow. I don't think he can even stand in there. Well, one, you can't see him because he's black instead of silver. Okay. Oh, he literally does not fit. Can you see that? Oh, you know what? Let me open the other door and you'll be able to see it better. So here's how K-2SO fits. Like, that is not it. There he goes. But yeah, so that's the Rebel U-Wing. I do actually have another little set that I'm going to put together because I had a feeling this would not take the whole time. Here's Sublight. I'm actually saving all these extra pieces for you since you really like to eat Legos. So I'm saving these for you. I've even got them in Tupperware for you. All right, let me get that other set really quick. It's a bonus. Bye, Brian. Thanks for coming by. Okay. So for our bonus set, I'm just going to build this cute little Captain Rex Y-Wing microfighter. Because I think that'll be fun. And I've had it for a while and I haven't had a reason to build it. Alright, I don't know where Dedra and ISB person are going to go, but I know. You don't see no Cody microfighter. Some of y'all missed the Cody conversation. Whittle Wex's Y-Wing. Yeah, exactly. Also, if you haven't already, make sure y'all like the video and subscribe so that way you don't miss out on my streams going forward, because next week we're going to be building the Stinger Mantis, which I'm very excited about. And yeah, we put out a new episode on This Is the Way Seekers, who was just in the chat. So you should check that out as well. Ranking every arc of Andor from Season 1 to Season 2. Okay. This is cute. Would I buy this for myself? No. But this was a gift. So, the Schminger Schmantis. That sounds like some Spaceball shit. Oh, there's a lot of little bags in this. Oh yeah, check out Wayseekers and like the episode, because we are struggling today. Wayseekers is your favorite podcast, Crystal? I love that. Thank you. All the homies love Wayseek RS. Yeah, I think, Austin, before you got in here, I did mention Spaceballs too, and nobody really seemed to have any thoughts on it. I'm kind of excited about it, though. Oh, and I'm specifically excited because Keke Palmer is rumored to be in it, and she is amazing. Keke Palmer, so great. Oh, shit. The bags were numbered, and I definitely just dumped both of them out. Yeah. Spaceballs watch party. Sounds like a really good time. And I haven't watched it in years. I haven't watched it as an adult. Oh, shit. You know what? I remember. Everybody complains about the printing on her legs, and it does look pretty bad. because it's a completely different color. But you know, Rex's printing looks good. Yeah, a parody of new Star Wars. I didn't even think about it in that sense. So here we have Captain Rex. And you can see he's got his little bandage from having his inhibitor chip removed. Oh shit, I need to put on his little pauldron thing. It's not a pauldron. Someone who's nerdier than I am, what is this little thing called that goes on his shoulder? What shoulder does it go on? This one. Alright, so there's that. His little shoulder thing. His little sash. I don't think it looks very good right now, but whatever. And there he is! Captain Rex! Rexy. It did, yeah. When I watched the trailer, I saw it was a lot of big movies with sequels. And correct me if I'm wrong, it wasn't just like ILM movies, was it? Because after it stopped talking about Star Wars and was just talking Jurassic Park and everything after that, I stopped paying attention, just skipped to the end. But it was like, are they doing like an ILM movie joke? Look how cute he is. He looks so good. And he's in violation of Order 66. Epaulette. Okay, Super Spoon, you're right. That sounds right. His epaulette. And I'm glad I vaguely recognized the word because I was originally going to pronounce it completely different and it would have been very bad. Okay, I think, there we go. Now Rex is done because he's got his little thing. Okay. Now watch this take 30 minutes to do. I've never built one of the microfighters before. And the only one I think that I'm like vaguely interested in and would buy is Plo Koon's. Just because it's Plo Koon. And we don't get enough of Plo Koon. I don't know if it's a hot take, but I always say that I would have been perfectly fine if Plo Koon was the one who came for Grogu at the end of Mando Season 2. Like, if they're going to retcon anybody's death, Plo Koon feels more believable than Mace Windu, in my opinion. This microphone is like right exactly where I need to look. Yeah, let me know also how y'all feel about these microfighters. Because that's what I don't really understand. I'm like, is there a market for these things? Oh, what reference went over your head, Crystal? May the Schwartz be with you. I barely know Spaceballs as well. I do own the movie, but like I said, I haven't watched it a ton. That would be a perfect movie to watch on Discord. We've got to do that soon. And I think it'll be more entertaining than like the Lego the Lego movies or whatever you want to call them that they put out that we watch together. Austin might not fall asleep for Spaceballs. Oh, I love when they have the little like bright pink pieces because they're never seen, but I love that they're included. I wonder if this is just like the base color for Lego or something. The little surprise pink piece. I remember on a Lego stream, like, I don't even know when it was, but Robin said something to the effect of, oh yeah, they put a pink piece in there when it's somebody's birthday that's working on the set or some shit, and I believed it, and I'm like 99% sure that is not true. But at the time I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. Alright. We're getting somewhere. And yeah, this is this the ship that... Is this the ship that they escaped the Venator from at the end of, like, the Siege of Mandalore in Order 66? Is this the ship they escape in? I can't recall. This book is so small. It's so small. Okay. Got that. We've got that. Oh, you know what? Okay. We're getting somewhere. Oh, it has even little, the little shooter things. Which feels really... That feels like a really fun thing to include on these microfighters. Because it's a little detail that is not required, but it makes it just a little bit more fun. Okay. Oh, so I'm not even looking at the ship. This is the front. This is the back. I see. Oh good, we're focusing on one side at a time. And I already fucked up. Doesn't matter the size of the set. I'm always gonna fuck it up. I really would like if there's a Lego set that I would like to get, which they haven't made one, and I actually talked to Sublight about this, in N1, I really want a new Lego version of the N1. And I'm not talking about like Mandalorian N1, I'm talking about the Naboo Starfighter, like the yellow one. Because that ship is so iconic to me as a Star Wars fan and me getting into Star Wars. And it's like one of the iconic prequel ships. So I'd really like to get a updated, like just an updated build. I'd like Lego to do an updated build of the N1. Now I don't know if I'd want it to be UCS. I kind of do actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Imagine Lego UCS N1. And to be completely honest, they probably should have did a new N1 with the Phantom Menace anniversary. But they did not, so... But I feel like that's a ship they could put out, like, at any time. Because it's, like, such an iconic Star Wars design. And they've already kind of got one with the Mandalorian's N1. But what do I know? We've got a $1,000 Death Star to get past first. Let me check where we're at with our poll, too. Here we got 9 votes, 78% yes still, and 22% no. Oh, bye, Sublight. I hope you have a good flight. A good, safe flight. You have a good evening, good morning. Is it good morning where you are? Hope you have a great morning. Now, it's interesting, too, with the poll, because I honestly thought it would be a little bit more, not divisive, but I expected my audience to be a little bit more torn. But it's interesting that the majority of people, at least that are watching this stream, said that yes, they think they're good. I did not expect that. Okay. Welcome back, Robin. I finished the U-Wing. I'm building this Captain Rex. Is it a Y-Wing? Did we ever figure that out? It's a Captain Rex micro fighter. So that's what we're doing now. Yep. Rex. Not Rex Soka. Here's our Rex minifigure. Doesn't he look great? Okay. That looks cool. You did miss the mod. Okay. It's not mods ban at Scotty Holiday. If I am banned, then there will be no stream. It will cut off. And then we won't be able to hang out. That's interesting. See, the thing with these microfighters, I guess, is while they are not giant builds, they do have a lot of tiny, intricate pieces. I really like this blue. It's so funny that these ships kind of match in the same color scheme. How am I feeling about the new Pope? I am not religious, so it doesn't really affect me in any way. However, I was a little nervous that it was an American Pope with everything going on with the world and politics. So part of me was like, oh my god, is this some kind of crazy scheme? Not Dave Filoni. Jesus Christ. I'm over here talking about fucking Pope Leo. And you know what? If you can accept Pope Leo and not call him by his dead name, you can accept trans people by the name that they choose to go by. How about that? Okay. Oh, is there a little printed computer piece? There is. Look, they're not going to make me put a sticker on. Yay. I like this set so much more now. Look how cute that is. His little computer. Not his drag name. Okay, I'm actually liking a lot of the little details on this set. I am surprised. Oh, well, I don't like this. Conclave Dave. That just makes me think of the Jedi Enclave from KOTOR, which is funny because of the song that's playing. Fuck. Okay. These are not straight at all. There we go. This is... okay, it is cute. And I don't have big hands either, so like this is not a giant ship at all. Look at the comparison. This is like the size of the cockpit. New York Times podcast era recently. The cockpit. It's Pride Month. Duh. Come on, Allie. Okay, then we do the white one. And then this. Because these are going to be the engines, obviously. Not the Pride pit. Okay, so then another one of these. And then the end. It's like a little cigarette. All right. All right, so we've got this. Can I call our mod on speakerphone? No, because my phone is the camera that's actually looking at the Legos, so it's out of commission. Cute. Okay, there's part of it. Now I gotta build the other one. It feels like there's a lot of extra pieces. And that always makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong. Yeah. Ask him why Wayseekers declined their invite to Lucasfilm. That reminds me, wasn't it Darth Chaco that didn't get invited to the Lucasfilm thing and had posted about it, then realized that he missed the email because it went to his junk folder? I couldn't imagine. Exactly, Brennan. Exactly. We want to see things move in the right direction. Well, technically, I guess we want to see things move in the left direction, but Austin did not get a new number. He's probably just being a bitch. All right. See, why do I feel like there's so many extra pieces? Is it because this is small? This is so cute. Okay. Let's put these little discs in here. Can you do more than one? No. Okay. So here's this. And it says, don't hit someone in the eye with it because it'll hurt. Now let's put Rex in. Blasters and all. He can sit up in his ship, unlike Cassian. Look at him. It's so cute. How cute is that? How fabulous is that? All right, well, I guess there are just a bunch of extra pieces, and it's probably because I missed them, or it's because it's a little set, so there's a bunch of little pieces. So they're like, you're going to lose some, definitely. Well, look at the time. So if you haven't already, please make sure to like the video, like the stream, subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it and love to have you join us in the conversation in the future on our streams and in the comments and on Discord. Join my Discord if you haven't already. It's free and we get to actually like really hang out face to face there, whereas like now it's just me and then y'all in the chat, and I like to see y'all too. So we've got our U-Wing. It looks great. Like I said, next week, this is going to be completely taken apart. So this is the last look you're going to get at the U-Wing on camera. And we're going to completely take it apart and turn it into the Stinger Mantis from the Star Wars Jedi games. And I'm very excited about that. I even have a stand that I think it'll be able to go on. So, like, it's going to be sick. I've already bought the instructions off of, I think it's Bricklink. And I don't remember the creator who created the alternate build turning this into the Stinger Mantis, but of course I will shout them out on the actual stream and make sure to put links to their video and whatnot when we do that stream, which will be next week. So next Thursday at the same time, same place. I hope that I see all of you again. And until then, I hope everybody has a great night. Make sure to check out our latest episode of Wayseekers, talking all about ranking the arcs of Andor, the series, season 1 and 2. And may the Force be with you always.